Hey, Opals. We are wrapping up August, which is the 6 month check in for Kids Room. So we'll be back here in 6 months. It's part of our rotation. But let's talk bedtime. I'm ready for a nap. I don't know about you, but I am. So, why does bedtime feel chaotic? And I know it can be a ton of reasons and vary from kid to kid, like most things, right? But is there a support space, routine, and schedule in place? Or is it this is one night, that's a different night? Like, do we consistently have bath time, brush our teeth, put on our pajamas, make sure our hair's dry, right? Get into bed, have a story, one book, or one chapter, or whatever your family decides is best, and then we go to sleep? Or is it, oh, we brushed our teeth, but then we decided we wanted a snack, and then we took a bath, then we brushed our teeth again, and then we got to have 10 minutes of TV time, and then we got to play with our toys for 5 minutes, and then we went to bed. But last time we read a story, and I don't want that story tonight. And I want a different story tonight. But now I want this story and that story. So now we have three stories, TV time, and all these other things. So if it's different from night to night, that's a signal of chaos. And we all know if it's chaos, physically or mentally, it is clutter. And it is not supporting a routine of an organized life. Now, I understand that school breaks happen. Overnights at the grandparents look different. Somebody's sick. All these things can really affect it. But if we have our checklist, our mental to do to da, it makes the whole system more supported. So if it is pajamas, reading corner, one story, grab your favorite stuffy, double check that the clothes are out for tomorrow. If these are part of your routine, and then we jump in bed and good night, right? Then we can have the little light night light on or the door cracked. If that's part of it, it's that organized life. Remember, we want the organized life to have support in its place. That's how we get here and stay here. And if systems for all the things are not in place for our organized life, then you have chaos. Then you have a little mental clutter, physical clutter in life. Oh my goodness. Chaos, right? And those are the routines. So if kiddo knows you get to grab your book, kiddo knows the clothes are out for tomorrow. Oh, we got to check. Let's make sure the clothes are set for tomorrow before. So we get up and we have our morning routine, which we talked about earlier this month. And then if we know that our pajamas in the morning go at the end of our bed, or they go in the hamper, and we get to pull out new pajamas and set them at the end of the bed, so they're ready for tonight's routine, right? We get to go pick one book from this shelf, right? This is the stuffy. They can pre-plan which stuffy they want to use, and maybe they build their own excitement for, okay, this is what I'm doing tonight, but I cannot wait till tomorrow because I get to do this. And they may pick the same book and same stuffy every time, but that is what it is. It's their choice. Sometimes like it's their choice, but that's part of it. It's giving them control, or at least some control, not full like oh nuts, but some control over their organized routine when it comes to bedtime, when it comes to winding down for the night. So why does bedtime feel so chaotic? Do you have a system in place? Do you have a 30-minute wind down routine bedtime system? Do you have a 5-minute reset built into that system that'll make tomorrow morning easier? Checking for the clothes, knowing they have their favorite shoes lined up with their favorite pink bow or whatever, right? Like making sure the clothes are set there for tomorrow, making sure everything's done. Is that built into the nighttime routine? Is that built into the bedtime routine of making tomorrow morning easier because we're handling it tonight? Just like tomorrow morning, we can put our pajamas on the bed to make tomorrow night easier. So it's a feeding itself system, right? Like you have this routine and these systems to support our organized life, to support our lustrous living, and those systems intertwine with these systems. That again, support our organized life, support our lustrous living. So if you have this feeding into that, and then it's just like a circle of happiness and joy with sometimes chaos, sometimes people get sick, sometimes routines happen, sometimes breaks or school or things shift and you're like, holy crickets. That's when we get to analyze it. Is it because we're off routine? Is it because we had a schedule change? Is it because we need to actually change and update our routine? Kids grow, things change. Maybe they switched rooms, and that was great over in that room for that routine, but we don't have the built in bookcases over here. So now part of our routine is we have to go back over there or over here to get our book. Or our routine has to change. Maybe they get 5 minutes of tablet time before bath, and then they can pick two stuffies. Whatever that looks like, be flexible in changing. And that's why we have a room rotation, because we know in 6 months those kids are going to be in a different season and spirit of their life than they are right now. So have those routines and then recognize, okay, something is off. This feels chaotic. This is insane. Our bedtime routines used to work. What is wrong now? Is it there's a change? Does something needs to be? You know what? They don't want stuffies anymore. Why are we still making them grab it? Great. That's fine. Right? For my mom, heartbreaking. That's fine. But guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna declutter that. Right? And you don't have to like take it out to the bin now. You can have a 6 month box bin rotation spot where maybe they don't want the stuffies now. Fine. We're going to go ahead and move those out of sight, out of mind, into the declutter box that we know come, I think February. February sounds right-ish. Yeah. Come February, that if we've not pulled anything out of that donation and declutter box, we can just get rid of it. But we also know, like, sometimes we change our minds, especially when we're little, like, oh, it's been 3 weeks now, I do want that stuffy back. Or I had a really hard time at school and I just need a friend that's squishy and comfortable and I can squeeze it and be happy. And that's fine. That's fine. But just have the system in place, having that declutter box or donation box built into the closet, built into the top shelf, built into the linens, built into under the bed, wherever you have it built in. Just know in 6 months, your dust's still there. We touched it. We're going to declutter it. And that system's built in. Again, that's part of the circle, right? Like you have the donation box built into the kids' room. So the outgrown clothes, the unused toys, the books they don't read anymore because now they're at this level instead of that level. And now maybe these stuffies or those toys or these blankets, they get fed into that donate box. And you may have to do it more than every 6 months. You may just do it every 6 months and that bin is overflowing, and that is fine. That's fine. Because it still has a home. It may really need attention, but we don't have time for that. we don't. No, I'm coming back in February. You can freaking wait until February, donation bin. Just don't spill on me. Fingers crossed, right? That's part of it. That's part of the rotation of if you get the routine in place and things start feeling calm and then things start like, again, recognize the signs. Analyze the situation. Address the routine. Why is this not working now? What is the need that has to change? Now, you may not understand why it changed. That's okay. You don't need to understand. You need to be able to support them so we can build a new routine that will work. You are a support tool for your kids being able to manage their spaces and their things and their routines and their schedules, because eventually they're going to grow up. I know, it hurts. Mine turns 18 next week. I get it. It hurts. Oh, my soul broke. But like that's the point. So while you may want to keep the stuffy in the nighttime routine, and you may really want them to hold on to that, the only doll that comes to mind is Cabbage Patch Kid, and I don't even know if that's a thing anymore, but that's how old I am. You really want them to keep it because it means something to you. But if it doesn't mean anything to them, donation bin it. And then you give yourself that 6 months to just forget about it, to let it go. I'm not gonna sing that song because Frozen's not my favorite, but we all know it, right? Idina knows it. We'll leave it to her. We'll leave it to that pro. Um, but that's part of it. Like when it comes to the kids' things, you are a support tool to help them build an organized space, to build an organized life, to own their routines and schedules and spaces. And it's hard. And that's why we have spaces like this. That's why Hopeful Simplicity is such a bright, just community. It makes you want to squish people in a positive, hugging kind of way. Like, so you can leave if you just need a space. Go to the private Facebook group. We got some new members coming in this week, and then you can always get the support you need there. I know when we talk about kids stuff, especially bedtime routines, and they get older and they're like, "Mom, I don't even need you to tuck me in," and I'm like, "Okay, that hurts. That's part of the routine. So if you feel like it's getting chaotic again, let's address why it feels that way, and then reset it." And there's all sorts of freebies to help you reset it. You can always do the library, it's free there. There's even a group chat, so if you have specific questions or want specific guidance, you can always drop them there. Now, this is my last live for a little while. I'm going on medical leave starting September, and I will probably be out through mid October. Do not worry though, because everything is pre recorded, so you'll still get your weekly lives. Next month, we are moving into the office. Bills, paperwork, office supplies that I love to buy. So, wrap up Kids Month Strong. I will drop the resets and the freebies in the comments, and then get hyped up for the next month, for September, office month. We're gonna hit it. We're gonna tackle it. We're gonna do it. We're gonna reset it, check in, and that's it. Until next time, stay hopeful, friend.